Good day, folks. Welcome back to Stuff and Such. Today the day has finally arrived. We got our box of books. We ordered this lot, I think it's 27 books of the Peter Field. Thought we'd open them up together. See if there's any titles here that look pretty interesting. The one book I did read was pretty good, so I thought, well, let's make a investment. See if it was worthwhile. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. Cost about 160 bucks to buy them all. So, Guns in the Saddle. They're really cute little books, actually. They're size of my hand, in pretty good condition. It seems like most of them, I think, that Peter Field wrote, I think most of them had something to do along the lines of following this Pat Stevens as the sheriff. Pat's voice. Stevens measured Coughlin with steely eyes and stared boldly up the stairs towards the plumb-broad ramrod. In the deadly stillness, Coughlin's gun cocked audibly. A second later, he threw up his sixth gun, thumbing the hammer. Stevens had seen what was coming and slapped leather with lightning speed. Lead sang. His slug caught Coughlin in the brisket, lifting him on his toes. The bulky ramrod came crashing down the stair rail, which gave way and fell to the alley below. He landed with a sodden thud. Windy Coughlin had made his last bid for power in Castle Gate. Sounds not too bad, huh? Yeah, so we got Guns in the Saddle, Trail from Needle Rock, The Man from Thief River, The Smoking Iron. We read that one. Different cover. Marauders of the Lazy Mare, The Rio Kid Justice. Not sure if it's about Pat Stevens or not. Looks a little different. Doesn't mention anything about Pat Stevens. It's kind of interesting. Peter Field, actually, it's not his real name. He had another series of books, but that's off topic. He wrote a lot of books, and I don't know why they never crossed my paths before, but I like how he writes simple. Reading that last Zane Grey book, that was a bit of a grind. It seems like almost Zane Grey is better. It's better for reading. It doesn't translate well into audio reading. He puts a lot of flair and color into his words that aren't overly required, I guess you could say. So that was one thing nice about Louis L'Amour, is he wrote simply, and maybe that's why he ended up so popular, because his books were aimed more towards the average working class, the more down-to-earth, simple speak, without the grand allure of adding color and all sorts of extra wording. Regards to the membership that I've put on the channel, for quite a while there I resisted doing it, but lately I thought, well, maybe we have had people giving super thanks and stuff like that, so I thought I'll make an option where folks can kind of join the Stuff and Such family and offer a little bit of support. That kind of goes directly to the farm. It keeps things alive and slowly growing. It seems like, looking around in today's era, it's pretty well impossible for small farms to actually make much of a go at it, especially being first generation and having to purchase everything from equipment to feeders to land, and you're way behind on the race, I guess you could say, of being profitable. So basically the membership thing is almost kind of like, you can view it as tipping a waitress for coffee or something like that. So if you don't want to, that's fine. You're still welcome here. But in order for the membership thing to work, I have to offer a perk through the YouTube algorithm system. I need to offer something to incentivize, to say that it's an incentivize to give people for their membership, and hopefully that sort of helps understand that. Also, there may or may not be videos in the member only category that cannot be seen by non-members, that aren't written by Peter Field. If you can kind of read between the lines of my talking and knowing about the situation that happened 4 months ago or so ago. So if we can get enough members over there, then I can kind of go ahead and put some extra videos out for you guys that wouldn't be causing problems per se. Anyways, what else do we got in here? The Outlaws of Eagle Nest. So anyways, talking about Peter Field again. Powder Valley Holdup. So it seems like the Powder Valley series is pertaining to Pat Stevens and Ezra, and I think one other fella. I think I might have actually read one of the old books, like one of the last of the series, and that's why Pat Stevens was kind of retired. But anyways, I forget his name. If I find it, I'll put it up here on the video. That Peter Field's real author name. It seemed like Westerns wasn't actually his main go around. It was more detective type novels that he worked under the pseudonym of Peter Field as a Western writer. But anyways, I've probably rambled on here long enough. And anyways, we will sign off now, and you can look forward to all these novels coming up in the near future. Hopefully they're enjoyable. If they're not, we're not going to continue ramming them down your throat. That last Zane Grey I read there, that was a grind. Took 2 and some months, and I think it's over 20 hours long. I don't know for sure on that, but my poor voice box was burnt out on a bunch of them. But anyways, so long for now, guys. Thanks for all your support over these past year. All the newcomers and those who have stuck with us through the little lower times we've been through here. And so thank you for that. Appreciate all your support. Bye for now. And 1,